in Glasgow this morning for the start of EVROS, which is the Electric Vehicle Rally of Scotland. We've got a 2-day event. We're going to be driving from Glasgow through Falkirk to Edinburgh, Dundee, up to Aberdeen, Braemar, Inverness, and then all the way down the west coast back to Glasgow for tomorrow night. We're going to be doing it in the Maxus T90, which is the UK's only electric pickup. So keep an eye on our social feeds and see how we get on. Journey so far. Weather's been mixed. Obviously the sunshine from Glasgow unfortunately has gone away. We're now over on the east coast. We're just north of Dundee in Forfar, which is actually where our headquarters is for Phillip, although our Maxus dealership is a bit further north up in Bridge. So whilst we've done the checkpoint 1 at Falkirk, we've done checkpoint 2 in Dundee. We didn't have to charge there, but we've now plugged in at Forfar. We're taking a little bit of a break here, and then we'll be heading off to Braemar, and then from Braemar we're heading off to Aberdeen for later on this afternoon. So we've arrived in Aberdeen to the Alton's Lorry Park. We're plugged in to get charged up and everything here. To be honest, we don't really need a charge, but whilst we're parked up and everything, we're as well just we're putting something else into the vehicle. We left obviously Glasgow this morning via Falkirk and then Dundee, and then out to Braemar, and then from Braemar over to Aberdeen. Now the run from Dundee to Braemar was across the Glenshee Road, and if you've been across that road before, you know how undulating and tight that road is. You know what, the Maxus was actually really good. It's a big vehicle, and we did actually really well. Mandy in particular, Mandy's done all the driving today, and she did great. We stopped a few times to take lots of photographs because it's a very picturesque area, so we'll be dropping some of them later as well. So we're just having a wee bite to eat, and then we have got the final run for today, which is from Aberdeen back up to Aviemore, where we spend the night, and we head back down to Glasgow tomorrow. But if we have another day like we've had today, it's going to be great. So here we are, we made it to the final checkpoint on day 1, just over 300 miles since we left Glasgow this morning. We're currently in Aviemore, where we'll spend the evening. Again, T90 did great on the road from Aberdeen up to Aviemore. you've ever done that road before, you'll know exactly what I mean, but it was great. Good thing was that a lot of downhill sections, so we're able to use the brake regen quite a lot, and at some point we were actually seeing our range increase rather than decrease, which is, it's what you want to do with an electric vehicle. And when it did decrease, it did so very, very slowly, so the brake recuperation was doing a great job on the Maxus. So we've got a quiet night tonight, and then we're back on it again tomorrow, where we'll be going from Aviemore to Inverness to Cromarty, back to back to Inverness, and then down to Balloch, and then all the way back down to Glasgow. So yeah, we'll check in back in tomorrow and see how we get on. So it's Thursday night, and we made it back to effectively where we started yesterday morning back in Glasgow, after a 600-mile tour of Scotland in the electric Maxus T90EV. It was a really enjoyable trip. The scenery absolutely phenomenal, particularly today coming down from Inverness, down through Drummond and Droghett and Glencoe. Absolutely stunning. The Maxus performed really, really well. It's a big vehicle, and a lot of these roads were quite narrow, and it made it once or twice we found ourselves breathing in as we were going past. But overall, the Maxus performed really, really well. We're actually at the Riverside Museum here in Glasgow. Definitely recommend it if you're into your transport and everything. First time I've been personally. I'll be back. It's absolutely phenomenal inside. You can't miss it. It's right next door to the big sailing ship by the Clyde. Like I say, all in all, the Maxus was really, really good. It performed well. We had a few stops we had to make, control points all the way down. Every now and again we would just plug it in and just boost the charge and everything, just to kind of help us along. It wasn't always necessary, but we just chose to do it as a matter of habit. But yeah, so thanks for following the journey. Let's see what happens if we get invited back next year.